Hey guys, Mike Martinez, welcome back to Mondays with Mike. Super excited to have my good friend Mario Arrizon here. He is one of the kings of the Inland Empire, and mad love and respect for this
Thank you,
guy.
bro.
When I had my real estate event in February to teach people how to wholesale real estate, I had him close out the event because he's so inspirational, he's so motivational, and
Thank you,
he
bro.
knows his stuff. So, Mario, introduce yourself, bro.
Thank
Tell them what
you.
industry you're
Yes.
in. Let's rock and
First of
roll.
all, man, thank you so much for having me here, man.
course.
You know you're a good friend at any time. Same thing. Like if I need something, Mike answers the phone. We're both very busy, but I appreciate that. But yeah, I've been in the financial industry for over 20 years now, and I'm approaching $1 billion under investments management, and we have hundreds of billions of dollars under life insurance. We get an average of 2,000 new clients a month. It's amazing. But I've been doing this since I was 19 years of age, man. I'm giving away my age, but yes, I started as a teenager, just hungry, wanted an opportunity, and thank God my dad put me in this industry because I wanted to pursue selling real estate. Because I would see those shows and I'm like, that's how you make money.
Yeah.
I grew up so poor, Mike, so I wanted to do that. And my dad introduced me to a real estate agent and said, you know what? If I can do it all over again, I would not. He just lost his whole team. He's like, my whole team backstabbed me. Happens to me every time. He's like, I would join the financial service industry. So he kind of pushed my dad to tell me to
Get into
join
that.
the financial industry, and that's how I actually joined. Because my dad's friend was very successful, but he was very burnt out, starting all over again. He said he would train his own competition, and I seen this, and I'm like, wow, the more money I help you make, the more money I make. They don't leave you. I was like, this is phenomenal. Like the lady that trained me in the business, she makes 100 grand a month. If she sees zero clients for the year, she still makes 100 grand a month.
That's
because I'm in her
crazy.
business. I make way more, but she's that's security for her. Isn't that crazy?
Dude, I have a lot of people that chase me down trying to sell me life insurance. And I'll tell you guys, this is who I have my life insurance with.
Thank you.
As a matter of fact, the reason he's here is because I was doing some personal development. And the person that was holding the personal development, I haven't told you this, he was talking about the organization that you're with, that he has his life insurance through them. And he wasn't trying to pitch it either. He was just saying, you should always have the amount of life insurance of liabilities that you have or assets. So I was just talking to my team about this. I own about $7 million of real estate, and we own about 10 houses in the US. That's just in the US. So I own about $7 million, and half of it is equity. The other half is mortgages. So I want to get covered at least for $3.5 million to cover my
So
mortgages.
smart.
And that's how this happened. And when I was talking to Brandon, your partner,
Yeah.
I was thinking about you, and I'm like, I need to have Mario on the show because
Done.
life insurance, dude, is so big, such a big industry, and you think like it has this kind of like this negative. I don't want to say negative reputation, but it's like, oh, you saw life insurance, oh, you're a life insurance salesman.
Yeah.
But dude, everybody freaking needs it.
Yes.
Like you're stupid if you don't have it.
Yeah, and it's honestly it's the last love letter to your family. Like if you think about it, like we spent $100, $200 on stupid stuff. Why not to make sure your kids, your wife is taken care of, something God forbid happens. And honestly, I was not a fan of life insurance at all in the beginning. I thought my dad got ripped off. He's like, I got life insurance. I was like, Dad, te lavaron el coco, bro. They brainwashed you. I was telling my dad, like, I was so naive, bro, about life insurance. I thought life insurance worked like, oh, you're not gonna die because you have life insurance. Like that dumb, bro, as a kid. Yeah. And I was like, Dad, they ripped you off. There's no way they got you for that. He's like, no, son, this is if something happens, you guys have a house still. And I was like, you guys have somewhere like a roof over your head and food on the table. I'm like, oh shoot, that's smart. Why doesn't everyone do that? Yeah. And I'm like, how much was it? He's like, it's under $100. I'm like, for real? I'm like, this is great. And that's how he pushed me in. Like, as a matter of fact, I think you'll be good in this, and pushed me into the company. Exactly. And it changed my life. It really did. And it's not just the insurance. What I love to do is I love to teach people how to be successful. And just like English is a language, just like Spanish is a language, so is success. Mike, we can tell when someone's trying to speak English and they have an accent.
Yeah.
And also when someone's trying to speak about success and have an accent, nah, bro, you don't know what it takes to be great. You know, you're like, what are you talking about? Like if we hear someone trying to talk to us like, oh, you know, I work when I want to work, when I feel like it, we're like, this fool is not successful. real successful people for a period of time, give it everything they got. When they feel it, they don't feel it. When they're sick, when everyone's against them, they still show up with a smile on their face, like, let's go.
I love
That
that.
person's successful.
I love that. Talk about how when you got started, how difficult it was, because people think that success can come easy, and people that are really successful,
Yeah.
they know that that's not the case.
You know what's so crazy? A lot of you guys thinking like, man, why am I struggling? Why am I going through this? Like every single struggle, every single adversity made me the man and leader that I am right now. It's crazy. I'm so grateful I struggled because it humbled me, Mike. It humbled me that once I got success, I'm like, I'm not gonna let this go. I was so bad in the business, bro. Like 4 years I struggled and then everything changed. And you know, I'm so happy I went through that because it humbled me and I was scared to lose my momentum because life is all about momentum. You watch a sports team, and that's why people love March Madness because the number one team can lose to the last place team if they compete against each other. You know who wins? The team that has momentum. You know who wins in business? The team that has momentum. A small team can beat a bigger team that's fat, that doesn't do the necessary versus the one that's hungry, that's creating momentum. And it took me so long to create momentum that I was scared to lose it, Mike. I was working every day, every holiday, every day, every birthday. And people are like, bro, you're obsessed. That's when I knew I was on track. That's when I knew I was on track. Like, man, you're a little extreme. You know what's also extreme now? My lifestyle, my cars, my house,
That's right.
my impact. They're gonna talk crap. Why not talk crap? Because you did something great.
It's crazy, dude. I love Mondays. It's crazy. I love Mondays. I'm probably one of the top percent, 1 or 2% in the world that love Mondays because Mondays are for winners, right?
Yes.
Like Sunday, what are you gonna do? Everything's closed. For the most part, all businesses, 80% of businesses are closed on a Sunday. There's nothing to do. Monday, it opens up and let's roll. I tell my team too that we have two best friends in business. Number one is data. Data is our best friend. Our second best friend is momentum.
Wow.
So I agree with you 100,000,000%, bro.
That's amazing.
So I know that it might have been difficult when you got started.
Very difficult.
Can you tell me what that looked like? Building a team, how much money did you start making when you started? It took you 4 years to find some success.
Yes.
What did that money look like? And then what was the next step for you to get to where you're at?
My first year, I made $36,000. I'm like, well, that's not bad. No, I was working every day. $36,000. And I was working every single day, 12 hours a day, 14 hours a day, whatever it took. And
So you're making like $1 an hour?
bro, like literally, bro, I was not doing well. Like I barely have enough money for gas money, barely enough to help my dad with some rent. And what drives me was my dad was such, I don't know how to say it in a nice way, but he was a dick to me. He was like, by your age, I already had this. By your age, I already had like, man, I can't believe I raised this. Ooh, that would fire me up. I wanted to be successful because I wanted to prove my dad wrong. I wanted to shut him up. And today, my dad's my best freaking friend. I'm so grateful. Like, dude, I would not be the man that I am if my dad was such a pansy with me. Like, oh, mijo, it's okay. It's okay. No, he was like, cabron, what's up? I get home, you're playing video games, you're watching TV. I raised the loser. Like, oh, and he was right. He had every right to call me out on my shit. And some people like, oh, my dad, he's so mean. You know what's wrong with this world? We don't have strong fathers, bro. They say, hey, that's not tolerated because I've noticed that everything in life is either taught or tolerated. Either your parents taught you to be a lazy punk or they tolerated that. Thank God my dad's like, not in this house. Here, we work. Here, we pull our weight. So grateful for it. I hated him in the process, but now I am the man that I am because my dad's toughness and my mom's love. My mom taught me how to forgive. She was always there for me. And it's both of them. But man, in the beginning, Mike, it was tough. I had no facial hair. I'm 19 years old, knocking on someone's door, teaching them about their finances or retirement, and their kids look older than me.
Yeah.
They're like, they would laugh.
What do you know? They're like, what do you know about that?
It's like, I'm not gonna listen to you. Close their door with me training a grown man or grown woman next to me. Like to me, they're like 30 years old, 35, like, whoa, they're grown. I'm 19, I'm training somebody, and they're like, wait a minute, who's training who? Are you training the kid or the kid training you? And they're like, I'm not gonna learn from him. Close the door. And I was like, oh shoot, am I bleeding, Tony? I would tell my guy. He's like, nah. I'm like, bro, can you believe people quit over that? Don't worry about that person, bro. We're gonna win. One day we're gonna be freaking millionaires. Don't worry about it. And I would get in the car, drop them off. And you think I felt sorry for myself? You think I cried like a little freaking boy all the way home? You think I did that? What do you think, Mike?
Nope.
Of course I did. I'm freaking human,
Oh,
bro. Hell
man.
yeah, bro. Bro, I felt so sorry for myself. Like, damn, I freaking suck. I'm a freaking big. But guess what? As soon as I got home, wiped them off, I would get in front of my freaking mirror and present my presentation, my tonality, how fast I speak, it was my posture. Oh, and I would hear my recordings, bro, and I hate it. I'm like, damn, I sound like that? I need to change it. If anyone hears me speak now on stage, they're like, dude, you're a professional speaker, because I messed up so many times. And I hear my audios, I'm like, oh my God, I sound horrible. I need to work on how fast I speak, slow it down, my tonality, the impact. I study that data on myself, bro.
Yep.
That data. So I started getting better and better, better and better, better and better. And I realized the better group I have around me, the better it makes me look. I made my guys just as good, if not better than me. And that was people's fear, like, oh, if I make them just as good, they're gonna leave me.
Yeah.
Now my guys, they're loyal to me, man. Do I have some people that leave?
Yeah.
Of course.
It's normal.
But I'm not gonna stop giving my best, Mike, because fear.
Fear. Yep.
Nah, man.
I say that too, bro. I don't operate under weakness or desperation. So I'm not afraid to train my leaders to be better than me,
You're a beast.
because they're going to be helping me build something massive that no one else is going to be able to catch us. And they know that now. They know, okay, if I stick with Mike and he's making me a beast and we build something massive, I'm better off with him, because nobody's going to be able to catch us, rather than going somewhere else where the leadership is not the same. Dude, how long did it take you to build an army of killers, bro? And like, what do these guys make, bro? What's the money look like?
So great question. So 4 years to finally make 100,000 for the year. That to me was a breakthrough. I was 23 years old. I'm like, oh, I'm making 100 grand. 2 years later, I was going to become a father, and little Mario was coming. I'm Mario Jr., so Mario the third. And bro, I worked harder than ever before. And I took my income from 100 grand to 400 grand in income. But that's profit, not like sales. Like, oh no, that's what hit my bank account. That's mine.
100 to 400.
So I went from 100 grand in income to 400 grand in income in 1 year. It changed everything. And then 2 years later, I went from $400,000 a year to making over $100,000 a month. And what happened was I caught momentum, dude. And my people started making more money. Now I have people in my organization, Mike, that sometimes make $50,000 a week, sometimes $100,000 a week to start. And it's the guys, bro, you know what's crazy? At one point, they were almost going to give up.
Yeah.
But you know what? I believed in them more than sometimes their spouse, sometimes their own parents, and they couldn't quit. Like, dude, how can I quit on someone that believes in me more than I believe in myself? And I learned that from my leader. My leaders were that way, bro. Like, they believed in me more than anyone ever believed in me. And sometimes that's all we need, bro. We need a coach that brings out the best in us. Bro, I promise you, dude, you know what the greatest thing is? That thing that people crave more than anything else in the world, more than sex, more than money, is praise and recognition, bro. That they feel praise, that they feel love, that you recognize them, like, bro, like, man, I have people that should have left my business a long time ago, but they feel more love and more appreciated with me. And guess what? Until they become successful. It's crazy, bro.
And
they end up being
doing
successful, bro. It's crazy. I had a guy call me one time. He's like, bro, I don't even have milk money. And I said, well, bro, we're in the same business. How are you struggling? How am I winning? Good. What are you going to do about it? Talk to 30 people a day for 30 days and tell me if you're struggling. Never struggled again. Never struggled again.
Bro, I would have loved to be in your industry.
Dude.
I think I would have loved it. Bro, I was door knocking, home improvement at 15, 16 years old. I was door knocking at 15, 16 years old.
You're a beast, bro.
I used to sell chocolates at the gas stations at like 13 years old, bro.
You're such a badass.
But I had to do it. Like, I like to make money since I was young. And then my daughter was born when I was 15 years old. And my mom's like, I'm not
What?
supporting your kid. Like, you didn't.
You know,
need to
my mom
figure it
had
out.
me at 15, bro.
That's
What?
crazy.
That's
That's
crazy.
So what's next for you, bro? I know you have celebrity clients
Yes.
that you're like their financial
Yes,
advisor. I know you're
absolutely.
gonna give me some
I
advice
got you.
on investments, and I'm already a client for life insurance.
Yes.
But like, what's next, bro? What's next?
Man, to me, I'm not gonna lie to you. In the beginning, I wanted to be successful for me. And there's nothing wrong. Like, I wanted to have the nice cars, the nice house, because I always felt that I wasn't worthy, bro. Like my whole life, like my dad left when I was very young, so I thought he left because of me. Thank God we reconnected later on, but I always had this emptiness in my heart that I had to prove myself in sports, in business. Like, dude, like you know how you were selling as a kid? I was selling in kids like street corners, little teddy bears,
Oh, I
flowers.
thought drugs, bro.
Oh no,
No,
no.
not drugs, not drugs.
Hey, bro, thank God I wasn't around people like that because I was so hungry to be successful. I could have fallen that way.
Since that young of an age.
Bro, I could have fallen that way. And thank God my mom and my dad took me out of that environment
Yeah.
because, bro, like I was so easily influenced. I was willing to do whatever it takes to help my family, bro. I'm the oldest of 9 brothers and sisters. So I'm like a second parent to all my brothers and sisters. I was so darn driven, like no matter what I have to do, I'm gonna get my family out. I'm gonna do better. So thank God that I just think, and I'm not just saying say thank God, like bro, God put the right people in my corner, bro. They changed my life because I would have done anything. I know it's public, but man, that's why when people do bad, like I have a sympathy in my heart, like bro, like you just don't have the right people around you. Let me mentor you. Let me help you. I've been where you're at. That like bro, like they're desperate. They just need the right mentorship. But for me, bro, I want to do it for the community. I want people to know, like, damn, he grew up in the hood like me, poor like me. Look at him now. I don't do like, oh, look at me. I'm a badass. I got more than you. No, look where I come from, just like you. But I switched this, my mindset from a fixed, broken mindset. I had a broken mindset to a fixed mindset, like, oh, this is just the way it is, to a growth mindset that became an unstoppable mindset. Mike, I don't believe, and I know you too. I don't care what industry we get in, we lock arms, we're gonna tear it up. We're gonna be the best.
Yeah.
And it's who you lock in, bro. It's who you have in your corner. Like, Mike, I can't be around you and you not be driven and motivated to do more. That's just who I am. And vice versa. If I'm around you, like, it's not that we're competing with each other, but we just like, hell yeah. Let's take over the world, bro. Let's do something
Yeah,
great.
it's the energy, bro. Winners want to be around winners.
Yes.
And winners can identify loser talk right off the bat.
Exactly.
Excuses, self-pity, judging other people, talking shit about people behind their
Yes.
backs. I don't want to be around that. I unfortunately had to cut off, like my older brother. I love him. He's like my dad. I respect him. Bad attitude, bro. I had to cut him off. Like I just can't be around him anymore.
Yeah.
He was like a cancer, and that's an extreme example right there. Because
Yeah.
this is my brother. It's my blood.
course.
I love his ass to death.
Yes.
But I just can't be around him. I can't let it affect me, bro. And it sucks, and it hurts me every day.
Bro, you're
It hurts me
such a
every day.
badass. You know what I say? Oh my, bro, I'm so proud of you. Like, the more I talk to you, the more I connect with you because I'm like, damn, this guy knows success. Like, no BS. You watching this? Like, I know success. And some of you guys don't have what it takes to do that. And guys, you don't even know you're hurting that person because there's a big difference between real family and relatives. There's a big difference between real friends and acquaintances. And dude, like, I had to do that. And bro, I had to learn to love them from a distance that they don't affect me no more. Because Mike, you're such a badass, bro. Like, you can prepare for winter. You can prepare, you can have jackets, you can have a jacket, sweats, everything. But if your ass lives in a freezer, eventually you're gonna get cold. Even if I prepared for it, eventually it's gonna sink in. And if your home is cold, if your family is cold, that's who you're around all the time, bro. Before you know it, guess what? Your dreams, that flame is gone. That's why you hang around someone like me, bro. You light up that flame, even if it's getting dim. And I know it sounds kind of crazy, but dude, you gotta destroy or eliminate anything or anybody that's holding you back from your greatness. And if, bro, every time they're around, pity party. It's like they have a freaking cloud over their head all the time. Everything that can go wrong always goes wrong with them. It's gonna rain on your parade.
Yeah, so, some examples, bro. Like, you don't talk shit about your wife behind her back around me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like that. Don't, because that means you're gonna talk shit about me behind my back.
Of course.
So if you're talking shit about somebody else behind their back with me, I'm not gonna carry that conversation. Like, I'm gonna stop it, right? Complaining about your marriage or complaining about a business partner. Why are you married then?
Yeah.
Why are you married? Hanging out with a couple, we go to dinner and they're fighting. That shit is uncomfortable. I don't want to be around that.
For
Me and my wife don't fight, like, ever. Because to us, it's not normal. To other people, fighting is normal. I don't want to be around that, bro. And I already know you're the same. That's
crazy.
why winners hang out with winners.
Absolutely, absolutely. And guys, I want you to be clear. Like, look, we have disagreements, but we're not like fighting to like. One thing that we realize, because I know you have a great marriage, like, bro, I would be lying to you that I never fight. We have disagreements, but like at the end of the day, we're like, hell, we're on the same team. Never in front of people. That's very disrespectful.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, we just gotta like, one thing I love about my wife, she's like, hey, I'm the head of the household. And meaning that if we go somewhere, not like, oh, what is he, like a machista? Like, no. But there's gotta be a head of the household in order, and it's not meant to be the woman. I'm not trying to be like bad, but biblically it says that's how it is. And a woman that, like, bro, to me, that's so sexy about my wife. Like, I wanna give her more, bro. Like, because she's like, no, that's my man. Whatever he says, goes. Do I listen to her pray? Hell yeah, I do. She has more common sense on a lot of things, of course.
Same here.
Most of the time, she's right on. She's like, I got a bad feeling. Guess what? She's right.
Don't tell them that they're always right.
I know, but you follow me? Like, but bro, like, at the end of the day, we got to have we're not here to battle each other. We're not here to compete with each other. We're here to complete each other. Yeah. You know, that's why I tell my wife, like, look, I have strengths and you have weaknesses. I have, you know, like, say, and guess what? Vice versa, right? She has strengths and she has weaknesses, but together, guess what? Boom, we complete each other. That's why it's a good couple. And I see that with you and your girl, always. You guys are always smiling. You guys are always good. Not that crap don't happen, but people don't need to know that.
Yeah,
don't invite
we have
people
disagreements,
to that.
but it's mainly about business. Like, should we handle it this way? No, I don't like that. So we have an agreement already. If it's something having to do with debt collections, I'm gonna always get her input, but I'm gonna make the decision, and she can't get upset if I don't agree with it. She can't get upset.
That's so cool.
That's the rule. Real estate is vice versa. I'm gonna give her my input, and she could either take it or not, but she doesn't have to go, and I can't get upset.
Yeah.
But personally, we really don't have disagreements.
That's beautiful, bro.
Personally.
Hey, bro, you need to write a book on that, because I'm being real with you. Like, you've just grown, you matured. You know, maybe in the beginning you would fight more, but I've noticed that me and my wife fight less as we know each other more, and we always assume the worst in each other. I don't know why. In the beginning, like, well, you should know me already. Like, nah, man, give them the benefit of the doubt. And one thing that I realized in having a great relationship is asking this: do I want to be right or do I want to be loved? Because there's always person in the relationship, they always have to be right, but eventually you're going to lose their love.
So where do you learn all this?
Self-improvement, bro.
Thank you.
I am a master in self-improvement. Any area I'm hurting in, like, dude, if you want to have an edge, every book has been written. There's just not enough readers. Every audio has already been recorded. There's just not enough listeners. Everything you need is already there. It's just crazy. We just like, oh, poor me, victim. Like,
I was on this guy's podcast a week ago.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm a professional self-developer.
That's beautiful.
I said, people consider me a professional in debt collections. People consider me, I'm becoming an expert at building, structuring, and scaling businesses under the mentorship of Brandon Dawson and 10X.
That's awesome.
But I say, I am a professional self-developer. That's how I became a multimillionaire.
Wow.
That's how I did it. And that's the secret that nobody knows. Well, they know now, though.
Yes.
And you agree with me.
I agree. I wouldn't be who I am if it wasn't for self-improvement. My mindset. You switch here. I was talking to your team. I'm like, Mike became a multimillionaire up here before it happened in his bank account. Same thing. How do you do that? You keep on growing this, your net worth's going to keep on growing. Dude, people skills, like, I want to help you. Like, bro, you know what you also are? You don't know this. You're a professional friend maker. You make people feel good. Why am I here, bro? I've never asked you for a dime. You never asked me for a dime. But we bring value to each other. We respect each other. You're a professional friend maker, bro. And so am I. I'm a professional friend maker, bro. I make people my friend. And if I ever need anything, any favor, done.
Yeah, you already know.
Yes. Yep. And they want to do it. Like, I want to be here. You didn't make me be here. Like, I wanted to do this for Mike Martinez.
Thank you.
You follow me?
Yep.
Why, bro? Because the way you treat me. You know,
no, I
every single
appreciate it.
time. You're a professional friend maker too.
Hey, well, hey, I look up to you, bro. You've
Thank you,
accomplished a
bro.
lot, and dude, you're a financial advisor to celebrities. And I want to finish with this. I want people to understand how big your industry is, and it's not just life insurance. It's financial advisor. You're a
Yes.
financial advisor, investments. How many people do you have on your team? And dude, let's just put a number behind it. Like, how much are these people making? And like, what's next in the next few years?
Man, from right now we have 150 offices nationwide, 8,000 agents, and our team varies, man. Like our payroll last month was close to $4 million what we paid our team. It's crazy, and it varies. Like I was telling you, one of my struggles is some of my team, they're not used to making money, and I have to work on this up here because they
Same thing.
slow down. I'm like, no, you're so close from hitting this milestone. Like, why stop? And here's the difference, though, Mike. In my industry, you get paid a lot of residual income, meaning I'm getting paid right now on what I did 18 years ago. To this day, I'm
insane.
still getting paid
That's insane.
on what I did 18 years ago. And not a little bit. I mean like over $100,000 a month on what I did 18 years ago. I'm getting paid now. Back then it wasn't that much, but it just compounds and it grows. That's why the financial industry is the most lucrative industry out there. With insurance, with investments, with loans, I help with all that stuff, auto and home insurance, and I show people how to build their business. I teach people what the banks and the insurance companies and the IRS don't want you to know. So I have a passion for this, bro. I would do it for free. My parents got divorced when I was 5 because of finances. So what's next? Man, I want to grow my agency to 1,000 offices. I want to have 100,000 representatives that know how to educate people in the financial community. And I don't care if they're spare time, part time. Like, if they really want to learn this, like, I want to educate them. And I'm creating a crazy class that's for free, bro. Like, I'm not like, hey, charge this. I'm like, hey, you're serious? Plug in. I'll get you paid to learn.
Dude,
Isn't that crazy?
your industry is so freaking sexy, bro. I want to support your industry, and
Thank
I'm
you.
already talking to Brandon about some marketing strategies. Like,
Bro, I do zero marketing. We
know.
would need to talk. That's crazy.
I know. So he was asking me the other day. We were talking, and I'm launching some overseas call centers for telemarketing, cold
Yeah,
calling.
dude, that'd be crazy.
And I said, Brandon, why don't you cold call homeowners, and we can get so specific where I could pull their ages. So like who data, right?
Wow.
So historically,
That's next
who are
level.
your clients, right? I'm 40 years old, so I'm probably an ideal client.
Ideal client.
I got life insurance when I was 35 years old, roughly. So if you pull like from 35 to, let's say, 45 years old, those 10 years, and you pull all the homeowners in a higher income bracket, you pull all those homeowners, and then we send that to my cold caller team, and you design a beautiful pitch, right? And they're cold calling these homeowners, and they're saying, hey, we're offering these services, and they're just setting up appointments.
Wow.
That's very powerful.
That's huge.
That's very powerful.
That's a game changer.
Right?
Bro, I
So-
love how you think. I'm like, dude, it's just crazy, bro. Like, I really believe we can do something massive just because I know the way my brain thinks and what the way your brain thinks, like,
Boom.
yes. And that's how these big companies started, by the way. It's not just one person.
Yeah.
It's two people collab, boom, Microsoft, right? It's Bill Gates and that guy, Bomber, the guy that owns the Clippers,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Dude, like Steve Jobs and he had another guy that did it together. Forgot his names, but like Apple, how it grew. It was not just him. There's always like two people like collab, boom, next level.
Yeah, bro.
It's crazy.
So where can people find you? And this idea that I had about, telemarketing, like it literally just came up.
That's crazy.
Like it was just something that Brandon, me trying to help him because he asked me,
Yeah.
bro, you do lead generation. Like how do I do this for
That's
life
smart.
insurance? And I just gave him the idea. But bro, where do people find you? And like, I'm excited to see you just keep dominating and
Thank you,
growing
bro.
in the industry. Dude, I already know what you're gonna do in the next 4 or 5 years.
I
So
appreciate it, man. I'm fired up about that. Yeah, just my biggest thing is on Instagram. Mario Arrizon. So Arrizon.